In videos 1, 2 and 3 you see me build the frame for the jetty, cut some boards and fit some of the deck boards. In this video you'll see me walk the deck boards down from the top of the hill because the access road is just too wet and slippery today, and then I actually start fitting the deck boards, and some of these are more complex than the previous ones as I have to start cutting around the posts which are supporting the deck. As usual on these travels, I've got my little faithful companion with me, who decides he's going to enjoy a good swim in the dam. So watch along and I hope you enjoy this video, and towards the end I give a sneak peek of what this looks like when it's completed. Okay, so I've got the next board down. Got about, let's think, 1, 2, 3, 4 boards to fill this up, most probably, maybe 5. So I'll start bringing them down. Come on. Out. Come on, Billy. Come on. Good boy. Out. So the issue I've got here, so this board, as you can see there, just need to nip the corner off and that'll pull in tight. That'll reduce this gap, and if I take 20 millimeters off there, 2 centimeters, that board will actually pull over. But the next board along, it's pretty much at width there. And there I'll be able to do a cutout and push this that way. What I need to do is actually have something connected on this side here and on there. So for the short board, it's actually got some support right next to the post. Otherwise I can see what's going to happen is we'll have a board across here, and this stuff is prone to splitting. It'll end up splitting and we'll fall through. So luckily shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, a couple of pieces of timber in there. That is set at the right height because this one's already resting on it. And just make it flush with the top over there. So this will just be a piece of timber across, screwed in there, screwed in there, screwed in there. Same on that side. Same over there. And I'll be able to drop the rest of the boards in. So what I've just found, I just had a look through the scrap pile that was left, scrap pile of wood that was left from building this jetty. So I've got a couple of pieces here that are same dimensions as this piece. So instead of having to go all the way across it, I'm literally going to go and do that. And screw it in 2 places just to hold it. Same over here. A couple of big screws between here and here, and that will be sufficient. That's going to save a little bit of work. We'll go get some, go get the drill and the impact wrench, go get some screws. We'll start getting the rest of this put in place. Okay, so we've got everything we need. We've got the screws, pieces of wood. We've got here we've got the saw and impact wrench there to put those screws in. So I'll start off by cutting this corner off so we can get this board in a bit tighter. This won't be very easy because this wood is very, very wet. That's allowed that to pull in a bit tighter, and I think pulling that end in, we should be nice and tight now. With a little gap in the middle, but that's okay. What I could do actually is just take a tiny bit off here. That'll allow that to pull in a bit better. Okay, so we got that board trimmed off. That gets screwed down. That'll be this board fixed in place. Obviously way too long, it'll get cut down a bit. And I'll get on to the next one. So, got just a piece of the support timber in there now, just a couple of screws to hold them in place. That'll be absolutely fine. So now it's a case of positioning this board, marking where I need to do my cutouts for this post, so that the actual board can push up and fit in the gap. So I'll start that process now. So what I've done to cut out the shape of the post, I've just done a series of cuts with the circular saw. Now I don't have my hammer with me. These should just knock out now. use a circular saw now just to trim those up a little bit more. Okay, so I've got the pretty rough cutout done. Let's see what it looks like when I try and fit it in. Might need a final trim. Yeah, so obviously that one needs a fair bit more trimming off it. This one, yeah, it looks like I need to be taking some more off on that side, so I'll keep going. Okay, so I've got that board in. So as you can see, that one's not too bad. It's relatively neat considering the tools I was using. This one, I cut that one out and then realised in all reality this had a piece that was sticking out too far. So once I cut that off, it pulled the whole board back. So yeah, it doesn't look too good, but doesn't matter. The whole thing's supposed to be a bit of a rustic look. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this board and just cut off the split end over there. So this board's a lot easier to handle, and then go bring the other boards.